Hey fellow crypto enthusiast, welcome to today's quick trend analysis. Let's get straight to it. Looking at the Monero hourly time frame, the price went up with around 2.8%, but then came quickly down again in the last 24 hours, with a current price of 54.4. Looking at the hourly simple moving averages, the price broke the 200 SMA to the upside, but it's not a very strong signal that the volume hasn't been very high. The current price is between the 200 and the 20 SMA. If the price bounces off the 200 SMA, which is currently at 54.4, it could be seen as a support, and the 20 SMA that is at 54.6 could be seen as a resistance to the upside. Breaking either way signals a possible further move to the corresponding direction. Important to note is that the price is currently above the 200 SMA, which can play as a strong support. However, breaking it to the downside will signal a potential big move down. The simple moving average is calculated by summing up the close prices for a certain amount of candles and then dividing it by the number of the candles. We use usually the last 20, 50, 100 and 200 candles to calculate the different SMAs. The SMA lines could be used to determine if a trend is currently to the downside or upside. The SMA lines could also show support and resistance levels, and breaking one of them could signal trend to the corresponding direction. Jumping to the hourly exponential moving averages, at the moment, the price is in the hourly ribbon, so you should see if the ribbon could hold support, currently at around 54.2. However, the ribbon is compressed, which means the current trend is not very strong and a trend change could be expected. Generally, when the price moves sideways, the ribbon gets less accurate. Moving to the hourly relative strength index, the current hourly RSI is at 51, so there are currently no signs of the crypto being overbought or oversold. Looking for divergence in the hourly timeframe, no divergence was found that could play a role for the future price at this timeframe, because the last one was long ago. Looking at the hourly Stochastic Rsi, the Stochastic Rsi currently shows no overbought or oversold conditions, but the %K line is over the %D line, which means the current trend is to the upside. Looking at the hourly MACD, the trend is currently going down because the MACD line is below the signal line. The MACD histogram shows that the momentum is currently indecisive, so consolidation for some time or shifting the momentum could be expected, and it is to wait to see if the MACD line will cross the signal line, which will be bullish. The moving average convergence divergence, or short MACD, uses two moving averages, usually the 12-period and the 26-period moving average, subtracted from each other to create a single line, the MACD line. Usually, a second line, the 9-period EMA, is used as a signal line. You should keep an eye out for these two lines crossing, which will indicate a trend change and trigger a signal to buy or sell in the respective direction. Looking at the 3-hourly simple moving averages, the current price is between the 20 and the 200 SMA. If the price bounces off the 20 SMA, which is currently at 54.0, it could be seen as a support, and the 200 SMA that is at 56.5 could be seen as a resistance to the upside. Breaking either way signals a possible further move to the corresponding direction. Important to note is that the price is currently below the 200 SMA, which can play as a strong resistance. However, breaking it to the upside will signal a potential big move up. Moving to the 3-hourly exponential moving averages, at the moment, the price is above the 3-hourly ribbon, which can be perceived as bullish, and the ribbon could play as a support. This means that you should watch if the price could bounce off the ribbon. The current price to watch is around 54.1. However, the ribbon is compressed, which means the current trend is not very strong and a trend change could be expected. Generally, when the price moves sideways, the ribbon gets less accurate. Moving to the 3-hourly relative strength index, the current 3-hourly RSI is at 52, so there are currently no signs of the crypto being overbought or oversold. On the lookout for divergences in the 3-hourly timeframe, at this time, no divergence was found which could have an impact on the future price, as the last divergence was far in the past. Jumping to the 3-hourly Stochastic Rsi, the Stochastic Rsi currently shows no overbought or oversold conditions, but the %K line is over the %D line, which means the current trend is to the upside. Jumping to the 3-hourly MACD, the MACD line is above the signal line, which shows that the current trend is on the upside. As we can see from the MACD histogram, the momentum is indecisive at this moment. This means that we can expect for the price to remain the same for some time, and you should wait and for the MACD line to cross the signal line. This will mean it's bearish. Looking at the daily simple moving averages, the current price is below all simple moving averages for this time interval, which looks bearish, and it is to watch if the closest SMA, the 20 SMA, will play as resistance or the price will break it to the upside above the current price of around 54.8. Looking at the daily exponential moving averages, the price at the moment is situated below the daily ribbon, which is habitually bearish, and the ribbon can act as a resistance, so you should keep an eye on if the price will break it or bounce of it. The current price to watch is around 58.2. Nevertheless, a trend change can be expected owing to the ribbon being compressed, which means that the trend is currently not very strong. Usually, when the price moves to the side, the ribbon is less reliable. The exponential moving average is calculated in a similar way as how the simple moving average is being calculated, but places more importance on the most recent data points. A faster trend change could be signaled as the EMA moves quicker in the current direction of the price. In order to show the current trend more accurately, the ribbon we are showing is made up of 8 different EMAs. Moving to the Daily Relative Strength Index, the current daily RSI is at 46, so it doesn't show signs of overbought or oversold conditions at this point. Searching for divergence in the daily timeframe, no divergence was found that could play a role for the future price at this timeframe, because the last one was long ago. Looking at the daily stochastic RSI, both the %K and %D lines are in the higher region, which means that the price is getting overbought and soon a trend change or at least some kind of consolidation could be expected. Nevertheless, the K line has yet to cross the D line, so it's recommended that you wait and see if the trend does in fact go down. Looking at the daily MACD, the MACD line is above the signal line, which shows that the current trend is on the upside. Looking at the MACD histogram, we can see that the momentum is strong at the moment, and we can expect the price to continue growing or maybe at least remaining the same for some time. The moving average convergence divergence, or short MACD, uses two moving averages, usually the 12-period and the 26-period moving average, subtracted from each other to create a single line, the MACD line. Another line is used as a signal line, which is usually the 9-period EMA. You should watch for crossing between these two lines for a trend change, respectively a trigger for buy and sell signals. There is also a histogram often to the MACD indicator, which shows the current strength of the trend. Generally, the bigger time frames have a bigger impact on the price, so please keep that in mind when we show different time frames showing contrasting indicators. Also, the shorter time frames are only representative for the short-term trading. Thanks for watching, but you should know that trading with cryptocurrencies is very risky, and these videos are only an overview of what happens with the price and a pure technical analysis without considering the fundamentals. So you should read more and make your own investing decisions. See you.